Lovelies, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for stopping by. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to make this yummy ogbono soup recipe. It is so quick and easy to make, and you can pair this soup with any swallow of your choice. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So here are all the list of ingredients required for this ogbono soup recipe, and I'll be listing them all out in the description box below, so please do well to check it out. So in a clean pot, I'll add in my protein of choice, and for this recipe, I'm using lamb meat, but goat meat or beef works as well. Next to that, I'll add in my cod stock fish. I already soaked them last night, okay, because this species of cod is the real hard cod, and I want them to be soft by the time the soup is ready, okay. So next, I've just added some finely chopped onion, and I'll also go in with some cayenne pepper, some ground cayenne pepper. I also added 1 beef seasoning and then some salt to taste. I'll add in some water, give it a good stir, and allow it to cook. So after stirring, as I was about to grab the cover of my pot, that's the lid, I realized I did not add in my shaki, that's my cow tripe. So I've just added that in. I'll cover and allow this to cook for about 20 or 25 minutes, thereabouts. While the proteins are cooking, I'll proceed to prep the rest of my ingredients, and I'm starting off with the star of the recipe, which is our ogbono seed. So basically, I'm just breaking them up and adding them into my grinder. That way it's a lot more easier for the grinder to grind. I'm going to blend them up now until they are nice and smooth. If you're watching from Nigeria and you don't have a grinder, you can ask them to blend the ogbono for you at the marketplace, okay? So that's the first batch all grinded, and it is nice and smooth. I'll set this aside now and then repeat the process with the remaining. Once that is done, I'll proceed to grind or to blend my crayfish and okpehe. And that is done, so transfer into a bowl and set aside for use later. Please do not skip the okpehe in this recipe, okay, because it is very, very important. All right, so next I'll go ahead and debone my smoked or baked mackerel. I'm using mackerel for this recipe, but you can use dry fish as well. So next, I'm moving ahead to slice my vegetable of choice, and I'm using spinach for this recipe, but however, feel free to use any other vegetable you like, such as bitter leaf, ugu, that's pumpkin leaves, uziza leaves, or kale, okay? Once that is done, set it aside, and at this point, I'm moving ahead to chop up my habanero peppers, okay? Feel free to add the peppers according to how much heat you can handle. So back to the pot, the proteins have been cooking now for a while. So at this stage, I'm going to be taking out the stock fish because I don't want them to be whole in the soup. I'm going to be shredding them. And I'll also take out the tripe because I don't want them to be overcooked. Once that is done, I'll add a bit more water to the meat, cover up the pot, and allow the lamb meat to continue cooking until they're nice and soft. So lamb meat is just like goat meat. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour or even more to cook, depending on the meat, if it is a he or a she, okay? So please feel free to cook this meat to your desired texture or softness. All right, so at this stage, I'm going to go ahead and shred my stockfish. Like I said earlier, I don't want them to be whole in the soup, but however, if you want them to be whole, then you don't need to shred them, okay? So there are other species of stockfish you can use. It mustn't necessarily have to be this particular one. I also use them sometimes depending on what I find or get in the shop when sourcing for my ingredients. So you can use the stockfish ear, the jaw, or even the stockfish head. Alright, lovely. So at this stage, the lamb meat is soft, just the way I like it. So now we are ready to make our soup. In a clean dry pot, go ahead and add in some palm oil according to the quantity of soup you're making and allow the oil to heat up. Please do not bleach the palm oil. Once the oil is heated up, proceed to add in some finely chopped onion, then allow to fry for about 2 minutes. So afterwards, we're going to pour in the blended ogbono into the oil and onion mix. Now, this step ensures that no lump in the ogbono will go scot-free, okay? Like it will literally melt or dissolve any lumps in the ogbono. And we're going to be doing this on a medium heat, okay? So stir this on a medium heat for about 2 minutes. Once that step is completed, we're going to go ahead and pour in the meat stock we got from cooking our meat earlier into the pot gradually, okay? And also stirring at the same time. So pour in your hot meat stock bit by bit and stir just as shown. So like I said, we are adding the meat stock bit by bit and also stirring to loosen things up. Now, if after adding the meat stock and the soup is too thick, you can always get it to your desired consistency by adding a bit more of water, okay? But as for me, I think the meat stock will just be fine as I don't want mine to be too watery. This is the consistency we are having after adding in our meat stock, and it is just perfect. So at this stage, we're going to allow this ogbono to do its thing. We're going to let it cook on a medium to low heat for about 15 to 20 minutes, and of course stirring periodically so it does not get burnt. So after cooking our ogbono for about 20 minutes, at this stage, it is now time to add back all of our cooked proteins. And I'll also add in my blended crayfish and okpehe, that's the fermented locust beans, alongside with my chopped habanero peppers. Once I have everything in, I'll give it a good stir to combine all ingredients. And I'll also be adding my baked mackerel at this stage, then I'll allow to cook on a medium heat for about 5 minutes. So now it is time to go in with the spinach, and I'll allow this to cook for just a minute and our ogbono soup will be ready. And just like that, lovelies, our delicious ogbono soup is ready, and I hope you recreate this recipe and let me know how you like it. Also, let me know in the comment section which swallow would you be pairing this soup with. I paired mine with some oatmeal fufu and it was so delicious. And if you like this video, please go ahead and click the like button and also subscribe if you're not yet already. Until I see you next time with something delicious, enjoy and bye for now.